I have a confession to make. I wear a mask to sleep. And no, it's not a super cool Spider-Man mask as much as I wish it were. It is a super attractive CPAP mask. Hey y'all, I am Martin from Mattress Clarity, and yes, I have sleep apnea. And if you think you may have sleep apnea, I want to talk about the signs you need to look out for. Now, if any of these signs apply to you, I definitely recommend talking to a doctor or a medical professional. Sleep apnea is no joke. But let's get to it.
Let's go.
Okay, the first thing you need to know about sleep apnea is if you live alone like I did for a long time, a lot of your symptoms are going to be invisible because most of the symptoms that come along with sleep apnea happen while you're asleep. But if you share a bed with someone, they may tell you that you snore excessively. This is one of the first major signs of sleep apnea. So if your partner tells you you are sawing logs all night long, it's probably a good idea to get checked out. For me, it took a friend telling me on a camping trip that I was snoring all night long to go get tested. He also told me that I choked and I also stopped breathing while I sleep. Also, major symptoms of sleep apnea. When this happens, your throat is collapsing. You wake slightly, so you're not getting good, consistent, deep sleep. They measure this with something called the AHI, and that is the Apnea-Hypopnea Index. This tells you how many times during the night you're waking up. When I did my sleep test, guess what? I was waking up 47 times. An hour. And it was super cool because they told me that I was one of the worst cases they'd ever seen. So if that might be you, get tested. Now, even before my friend told me about my snoring and I got tested for sleep apnea, I still experienced plenty of symptoms throughout the day. The first one, fatigue. Like I was tired all the time. And I was still sleeping like a lot, like 10 hours a night. But I wasn't getting good restorative sleep. And if you're like I was, you may have trouble concentrating during the day. And irritability, that's a big one too. I also deal with anxiety, and while I was medicated when I had sleep apnea, that sleep apnea was also making my anxiety worse. But getting diagnosed and getting my CPAP for my treatment, I definitely noticed my anxiety going down. It is not a cure-all, but it definitely helped. Other symptoms you may experience though are dry mouth and headache. You may also experience with sleep apnea higher blood pressure, which is scary, and having sleep apnea go undiagnosed increases your chances of heart attack and other heart issues. So what do you do if you think you may have sleep apnea? Well, as I said before, you want to speak with your doctor. In my experience, I went to my general practitioner, I told him about my symptoms, and he sent me to a sleep doctor. They did the sleep test overnight and pretty quickly told me that, again, I had a very bad case of sleep apnea. Within a week, I had my CPAP, which I use every single night, and I no longer experience any of these symptoms. The CPAP keeps my throat from collapsing while I'm sleeping, and I will still snore a little bit from time to time, but I'm not dealing with severe sleep apnea. But that's about it. If you want more info about sleep apnea, I have some great resources over on mattressclarity.com and more videos on our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.